Welcome to Health Vibes, your go-to source for transforming your life through fitness, nutrition, and positive living. Today, I will be showing you 10 workouts for back pain. Let's begin.
Do you suffer from back pain? Perhaps you've been feeling like you aged a few decades overnight. A common affliction, back pain can invade our daily routines and downgrade our quality of life, making us feel like we're ready to join a bingo club at the senior center. But don't lose hope just yet. Regular exercise, especially those aimed at strengthening the back, can significantly help manage this discomfort. From the ease of your home, you can participate in straightforward yet effective exercises that can enhance your back's health and maybe make you feel like you've found a fountain of youth. So, let's dive in. Today, you will learn about 10 exercises that can help shake off your back pain and retrieve your stolen youth. First, let's introduce the cat camel stretch. This exercise is as simple and effective as a cat chasing a laser pointer. Get yourself ready on all fours, just like a playful kitten. Your hands should line up exactly under your shoulders and your knees nestled under your hips. Now envision a string yanking your back towards the ceiling, rounding it out like a Halloween cat. Freeze this pose for a moment, then let your back droop towards the floor, mimicking a weary camel. The control in this movement is key, so take your time, there's no rush. The cat camel stretch is a treasure trove for enhancing your back's flexibility and melting away any tension. It's like a gentle massage for your spine, a perfect treat. Remember to maintain slow and controlled movement throughout this exercise. And who knows, after doing this stretch, you might start meowing and craving for some desert grass. Next up, we have the child's pose, a sneaky way to feel like a kid again without anyone suspecting a thing. This exercise is a restful stretch for the lower back, specifically targeting the muscles of the lumbar region. Start by kneeling on a mat or a soft surface, then sit back on your heels like you're a game of hide and seek. Lean forward, extending your arms above your head along the floor. Remember those games of, I can stretch farther than you. Your forehead should gently touch the ground, bringing back memories of nap time. This pose elongates and aligns the spine while promoting flexibility. Not to mention, it's a fantastic stress reliever. It helps you to relax and release tension from your body, much like after a good old tantrum. Remember, the child's pose isn't about pushing to the point of pain. It's about gentle stretching and relaxation. So breathe deeply and let the gravity do the work, just like when you used to roll down hills. Ensure to hold the pose for a few seconds to get the most out of this nostalgic exercise. Now, we move on to our next yoga pose, the knee to chest stretch. With a playful twist, I like to call this the pretzel pose, as it can make you feel like you're turning yourself into a knot. This stretch is a simple yet effective exercise that hones on your lower back and hips. Start by going flat on your back, legs fully extended. Gently bend one knee and it up towards your chest, securing it with both hands. As you engage in this pretzel pose, let your lower back sink into the floor, feeling the stretch in your muscle fibers. Maintain this pretzel-like position for about 20 to 30 seconds, then gently untie the knot and switch legs. This stretch is a super move for reinforcing your lower back and enhancing flexibility. It's also a brilliant way to untwist any tension in your hips and thighs. Remember to keep your other leg as flat as a dough on the ground during this stretch. Our fourth exercise is the pelvic tilt. This simple yet effective movement is a great way to engage your core and strengthen your lower back. Start by lying flat with your knees bent and feet flat on the floor. Now, gently arch your lower back and then flatten it into the floor. That's one rep. You might start to feel like a rocking boat, caught in a storm the high seas. Just hold on tight and keep sailing. Repeat this for 10 to 15 reps for a complete set. The pelvic tilt is a great exercise for improving posture and alleviating lower back pain. It encourages the natural curve of your spine and strengthens your abdominal. And remember, maintaining a tight core is key to getting the most out of this exercise. So keep your abs tight throughout and don't let the imaginary waves capsize you. Let's proceed to the seated spinal twist. This exercise is as graceful as it sounds, and it's a fantastic way to promote spinal mobility. And don't be surprised if you start to feel like a human pretzel, all twisted and interesting. To perform this, you'll sit with your legs extended out in front. Bend your right knee and place the foot on the outside of your left knee. Twist your torso to the right, using your left elbow against your right knee as leverage. Hold this position for up to 30 seconds, then switch sides. The seated spinal twist is a wonderful exercise for relieving back stiffness and enhancing overall flexibility. It can also increase circulation and help with digestion. Just remember, even though you may a bit like a twisted pretzel, It's important to ensure to maintain a straight back throughout this exercise. Next on our list is the forward bend. This pose is a wonderful way to stretch your back and hamstrings, and it's especially beneficial for those of us who tend to hold tension in our shoulders or lower back. To perform a forward bend, stand tall with your feet hip-width apart. Slowly fold at your hips, reaching towards the floor or your shins. You'll start to feel a bit like a folded sandwich, but don't worry, this isn't a deli, it's yoga. Keep your knees soft and let your head hang heavy for added neck relief. This pose should feel like a big, relieving sigh for your spine. You might even find a sense of calm wash over you as you surrender to the pull of gravity, or perhaps the sense of being the most flexible sandwich around. The forward bend is only a potent stress reliever, but also a surefire way to you smile. Remember to bend from your hips, not your back. Our seventh exercise is the bridge pose. Now, don't be scared, but this pose has a funny twist. It may make you feel like a human bridge. You heard it right, you'll be the Golden Gate Bridge of yoga. This pose is a fantastic way to reinforce your back, upgrade your posture, and it even has the power to alleviate stress. Here's how to transform into a human bridge. Start by going horizontal, lying flat on your back. Bend your knees and plant your feet on the ground, maintaining a hip-width gap. Let your arms rest alongside your body, palms facing the floor. When you take a deep breath in, hoist your hips off the floor, pushing your feet and palms into the mat. The goal is to draw your chest towards your chin, but remember, your chin prefers personal space. Keep it slightly away from your chest. Hold this human bridge position for 4-8 breaths. Our bridge pose is a fantastic stress buster for your back muscles, a powerhouse for strengthening your lower back, and a great tool to enhance your spinal flexibility. Remember, just as no two bridges are the same length, keep your feet hip-width apart during this pose. Moving on to the cobra pose. This exercise is a wonderful way to stretch your chest, shoulders, and abs, and it's particularly effective at relieving lower back stiffness. You might even feel like a hissing snake ready to strike, but don't worry, we're not in the wild here. Here's how you do it. Start by lying face down on your mat with your hands under your shoulders. Gently push up, lifting your chest off the mat while keeping your hips and legs grounded. The key is to use your back muscles, not your hands, to lift your upper body. As you hold the pose, you'll feel a stretch throughout your torso and a release of tension in your lower back. Don't forget to breathe deeply and evenly. This pose is all about opening up and releasing tension. Remember to keep your elbows close to your body during this pose. And remember, no actual hissing required. Next up is the lower back rotational stretch. This exercise is an excellent way to enhance spinal mobility and kiss back tension goodbye. It's time we spun into the details, don't you think? Kick it off by lying down on your back, knees bent and feet flat on the floor. Keep your shoulders glued to the floor like they're part of the furniture, and gently roll both bent knees over to one side. Hold this spin for about 15 to 20 seconds, then make your way back to the starting line. Now, revolve your knees to the flip side and repeat. You might start to feel less like an exerciser and more like a spinning top on steroids. Stretch zeroes in on the paraspinal muscles, the tiny workhorses running along your spine, helping to boost flexibility and dial down stiffness. It's a no-frills but knockout way to your back feeling loose as a goose and free from pain. Just remember, as your lower half is doing best spinning top impersonation, your shoulders should remain firmly stuck to the floor. Our final exercise is the supine twist. This exercise is a fantastic way to wind down our routine. To perform the supine twist, begin by lying flat on your back. Bend your knees, keeping your feet flat on the floor. Extend your arms out to the sides, forming a T shape. Now, gently allow your knees to fall to one side, while keeping your shoulders flat on the ground. Turn your head in the opposite direction for an extra stretch. The supine twist is a powerhouse when it comes to benefits. It stretches your glutes and lower back, and it's a great way to alleviate back pain. The twist and stretch can also help to improve your spinal flexibility and mobility, making it a key addition to any routine. Remember to keep both shoulders on the ground during this twist. And just a side note, while performing this exercise, don't be surprised if you feel a little a twisted noodle. But hey, even noodles need a good twist to taste the best. And there we have it, our list of 10 exercises to help alleviate back pain. From the comforting cat-camel stretch to the engaging bridge pose, each exercise offers distinct benefits, bolstering your back strength and enhancing your flexibility. But remember, the secret ingredient here is consistency. Regular practice will give you the best results, revitalizing your back health and overall well-being. If you make these exercises a part of your daily routine, not only will you feel the difference, but you might just up feeling like a professional gymnast, minus the spandex and the flying dismount. Your back health is in your quite literally. Stay active, stay healthy, and who knows, you might just stick your next landing.
I hope you enjoyed the video. Please remember to always consult with your physician before starting any diet or exercise routine. Don't forget to like, share, and comment below with your thoughts or any questions you might have. Stay tuned for more videos by subscribing to Health Vibes and hit the bell icon to get notified every time we post new content that helps you live your healthiest life. Keep those vibes positive and your goals in sight. Until next time, keep pushing and let's all keep vibing high. Stay happy, healthy, and blessed.